So, Cristian Pinales, the 23-year-old from the Dominican Republic, first to make his way to the boxing ring. Gazimagomed Jalidov of Spain, the 29-year-old out of the blue corner. So the judges scoring this one using the 10-point must system are from Indonesia, Morocco, Argentina, Poland and Tajikistan. Kablan Saya Shok of India is the referee. We'll take a look at the routes of progression. 3-2 split decision win over Ireland's Kaylin Cassidy at the round of 16. It was a unanimous points decision victory. Saratibao Aminiasi of Fiji for Pinales. So we're underway then, and what a contest we have in store here. It's between boxers from the Dominican Republic and Spain. The lean figure wearing red is the adept switch hitter, Cristian Javier Pinales. 23 years of age, his opponent wearing blue, just been put on the end of a left jab to the body and a beautiful right cross off the ropes. It's Gazimagomed Jalidov of Spain, born in Dagestan. Switched and now represents Spain, made his professional debut in 2022. Solid left jab, pushing into range on fast feet was Jalidov. They're met by a single shot counter from Pinales, and you just get the sense that Jalidov looking to impose his man strength on the somewhat callow-looking 23-year-old. Look at the foot movement and flexibility of body he possesses to avoid that attempted right hand downstairs.
A good movement from the Dominican in red.
So Pinales was content to operate on the edge of ring center, looked to launch a two-shot salvo, but was short and took a right hand into the body while being held by Jalidov.
Jalidov really trying to press the action here, just trying to get his feet into range. He needs to try cutting his man off. That was better there with the jab.
Good defense with the right glove to avoid the incoming fire from Jalidov by Pinales. There, his left-right combination not too far away. Good jab to the body from Pinales. Retreating to the ropes and then catapults himself off the strands with a left-right combination, spearing Jalidov at center ring with it. Jalidov takes a left jab to the body, but you can see him quickening his feet, trying to pin Pinales on the perimeter of the boxing ring. But Pinales comfortable on the ropes and possesses the ability to pivot out of seemingly confined positions, as evidenced there. Jalidov going in search of the left-right combination. 40 seconds remaining in the opening round. Pinales switching to the southpaw stance now. Didn't throw a shot, but on switching back was picked off by a left jab from Jalidov. Pinales, as he takes a left jab, counters with a right hand of his own. In predominantly back foot boxing for the majority of this opening round, and when you are a back foot boxer, occasionally, Jalidov hitting after the command of break, occasionally as a back foot boxer you have to hold your feet at least, or sometimes try and push the aggressor backwards, because your tactics can be perceived as negative if you remain exclusively on the back foot. But effective back foot boxing from Cristian Pinales over that first 3 minutes. Jalidov with effective success in pockets as well, and that perhaps a fair reflection of what took place during the round. A 3-2 split in favor of Pinales, judges 2, 3 and 4 preferring his back foot work.
Really good work there from Pinales on the back foot, just moving around the ring, picking his man off with the jab and spinning off with the hook to get himself back into the center of the ring. His opponent in blue is going to have to step up the work rate here, try to pin his man down in the corner, and then unleash his attacks. His jab was working quite well, but I think we need to see a lot more of it in this next round coming up.
So into the second round we go. Gazimagomed Jalidov looking to become a two-time Olympian, having competed in the Olympic Games in Tokyo 3 summers ago, losing in the quarterfinals to the eventual bronze medalist abroad back to Mam Katayev of Russia, knocked out in the third round of that contest, testament to the fight-ending power that Katayev possesses as long as he is on his feet. Pinales, continental bronze medalist, the addition from Ecuador in 2022. Second attempt to qualify for the Olympic Games for Pinales, competed in the continental stage of the Pan Am Games last autumn. Good work to the body from Jalidov, digging in that right hand twice in quick succession. Untidy on the inside, and then a few words being exchanged between the boxers. Counter right hand from Pinales, not too far away. How about that for a left stick? Followed by a right hand downstairs from Pinales, but Jalidov digging in a body shot of his own. Pinales trying to change direction and driving a left hand to the body, and Jalidov working away while the men were together at close range. Pinales pinned against the ropes. Solid left jab landed with a bent arm from Jalidov. And Pinales just seemingly losing his shape a little bit here. The gap that existed for the majority of the round between them has been closed by Jalidov, and then he looking to rough up his man on the inside. And mentally, Pinales just seems to have gone walkabout a little bit, as though he's switched off with the concentration.
Yeah, Pinales needs to wake up and get back into this fight. He doesn't want to let this just edge away by letting his man tee off on him like that. It could sway the judge's mind.
With a good single right hand from Pinales while he was on the ropes, but as Nicola Adams pointed out, Jalidov was then burrowing away down to the body of Pinales, even though a lot of shots were being caught on the gloves and forearms. So Jalidov giving the impression of being the busier boxer. And Pinales just seems to have switched off a little bit mentally through this passage of the second round. Right hand lead was an effective shot, but Jalidov comes marauding forwards once again. He's tied up. And again, Jalidov just giving the impression of the boxer who's looking to make the fight. With Pinales keeping a phlegmatic expression. That's a nice move on the ropes, and then a counter right hand. He's celebrating that success, but again he finds Jalidov living in his chest once again, digging away to the body and looking to bruise up those forearms, because that's what he's landing on. 10-second clapper has sounded here in ring A. So feinting on the edge of range from both boxers, and then they just exchange a bit of a glare after the sound of the bell to conclude the session. A very strange round of boxing, where this man was the aggressor. Remember the first round, a 3-2 split. And Jalidov, well, it's all square, 19 points apiece on the scorecards of judges 1, 4 and 5. Pinales leading 20 points to 18. So those 3 tied scores for judges 1, 4 and 5 mean that Jalidov is still very much in this contest after he was edged on a 3-2 split in the first round. A wonderful right hand landed, followed by spearing jabs from Pinales, but Jalidov kept on coming.
Yeah, Jalidov had a bit more success in this round, just put the pressure on Pinales. Pinales, just like you said, Ron, he just switched off. It just seemed to switch off a little bit, and I think that's what gave his opponent in blue the courage to come forward a little bit more and throw a few more shots.
So the contest very much in a balance as we go into the third and final round of this 80-kilogram quarter-final. Cristian Pinales, the 2022 America's Continental bronze medalist, leading 20 points to 18 for 2 of the judges. The other 3 scorecards tied up at 19 points apiece. And he's a fantastically intelligent defensive boxer, is Pinales. There you see him adopting a cross-arm defense, emerges from that shell with a left-right combination. But look at the roughhouse tactics being employed by Jalidov. And I don't think that's good body language from Pinales to be looking to the referee for help. In that boxing ring, you've got two friends once that bell sounds, your left and your right. The referee's not going to help you at all. You've got to look after yourself and protect yourself at all times.
Yeah, you really do. You cannot rely on the referee to help you.
And if Jalidov sees that the roughhouse tactics are distressing Pinales, he's likely to continue to utilize them. Throw in a stray elbow, throw in a shoulder on occasion, and make it physical wherever possible. But Pinales concentrating once again and showing sharp shooting success as well, pivoting off the ropes. Nice left jab off the back foot from Pinales. Now he switched to the southpaw stance as Jalidov remains in pursuit of him. Looking for the right hook of the Czech variety was Pinales, but ended up landing with the crook of his elbow. Jalidov, see the visible frustration on his face as he looked to launch an attack, only to find that Pinales has shape-shifted across the ring beyond punching range. Jalidov looking to dig away to the body. Pinales looked to reciprocate in that regard. Yes, he did. It's a forceful talking to in the direction of Pinales about failing to keep his head up. So this is when Pinales is at his best, alert, concentrated, single shot successes while sliding along the ropes. And you see Jalidov saying, come on, stand and fight me. But Pinales not interested because he's able to launch a right-left success like that from seemingly across the other side of the ring. Momentarily got his hand caught in between the strands, just like Mike Tyson against Larry Holmes on his return to the ring way back in the 80s. But unlike Larry Holmes, he wasn't KO'd by a thunderous Mike Tyson. Got his hand out of there without enduring any harm. Final 40 seconds of this third and final round. Jalidov on the front foot once again, and Pinales really switched on and concentrated here because he's keeping his movement going very effectively indeed.
Yeah, he's walked back up from his nap in the second round, and he's all guns blazing in this third round, snapping his shots out.
Roundhouse right landed to the top of the head. Closing seconds of the third and final round. Jalidov back on the front foot once again, retreating to the ropes, just feeling the comfort of those strands on his back is Pinales. Right hand not too far away from Jalidov. And now a little bit of drunken mastery in evidence from Cristian Pinales at the sound of the bell. Nice to see that warm embrace of respect between the two. And they'll also go and exchange salutations with the opposition coaches. I happen to think that Cristian Pinales has done enough to prevail in that contest. Gazimagomed Jalidov, very expressive as he made his way back to the blue corner, but I think that this man did the better work. Remember, he led 20 points to 18 for 3 of the 5 judges. Jalidov very much in it because we had 3 scorecards of 19 points apiece going into the third and final round. But I happen to think Pinales did enough to take that final round and nearby the contest. What say the judges? If you hear the word unanimous, it is Pinales all the way. And I wouldn't be surprised if it was split. Well, once we heard the word unanimous, we knew that it was going to be Cristian Pinales who was declared as the victor, and he is absolutely delighted at having been declared the winner over the Tokyo Olympic quarter-finalist Gazimagomed Jalidov of Spain. A very impressive performance indeed by the switch-hitting, sharp-shooting Cristian Pinales. Seemed to switch off mentally momentarily in the second round, but got back to his brilliant best in the third, and that is how he has prevailed, taking it unanimously across the board to go through to the final 4, and is now 1 win away from securing a berth at his first Olympic Games. What a performance, what a contest. Some of the action from the bout.
A really good boxing there from Pinales in the first, went to sleep in the second, walked back up to win the third, and he's through to the next